Now that you found the band members that you want to work with and you put them through that personality questionnaire, which I discussed in an earlier segment that's linked below, it's time to define the terms of your business and the legal relationship in a written band membership contract. Because if there's one thing that will break up the band, it's a fight over power and money. What's up, everybody? My name is Bobby Borg, aka Professor, and if there's one thing that I know about, it's about being in bands. I've been in some very successful bands and some complete failures as well. A band membership is a partnership, and legally by default, a band membership is split equally. However, sometimes there's certain members that might have different ideas about splits, and that needs to be discussed up front. A band membership in the best case scenario is written by an experienced entertainment attorney. However, you can learn how to draft your own band membership contract as long as you keep things simple and include certain terms. Here are a few things that you should think about when drafting your band membership contract.
Number one, voting.
Voting deals with how members are going to decide on key issues. Either unanimous vote where everybody agrees, or a majority vote where more than half of the people agree. In a majority vote where there's a deadlock, perhaps the founding member can get 2 votes. In any case, voting is extremely important because if you are not careful, you could get outvoted on a key issue in a band that you actually started. I should know, this happened to me.
Number two, income.
Income deals with how the band members are going to split up the money, whether from live performances, merchandising, or music publishing. If you have a band that's in a room writing songs all day and maybe the bass player doesn't feel as creatively or lyrically inspired, is it fair that he doesn't get a piece of the song even though he was there all day helping to demo the songs? And if he doesn't get a piece, should he get an hourly fee? Or should he just feel so grateful that he's part of the band? Without a band membership contract in place, this kind of shit can seriously lead to resentment and
F up your band. Number three, purchases.
Purchases deal with how band members are going to deal with investments and what happens to that investment when a band member leaves. For example, in one group I was in, we all voted on whether or not we should buy sound equipment, and the majority vote won. But then when one member left, they wanted the sound equipment. How's that going to work? So what we decided on was to buy out that partner 1/4 share of the equipment less depreciation. It's this kind of shit that you better decide in advance because it will lead to problems later.
Number four, the band name.
The band name deals with members' rights to the band name, particularly when they're no longer in the group. Steve Perry of the classic rock group Journey got into a legal battle with his band when he left and wanted to use the band name for his own. Janie Lane of the rock group Warrant, a group that I was in for a short period of time, got into a small legal battle with his band when he left and wanted to use the band name for his own. And Axl Rose of the band Guns N' Roses was the only one that was able to use the band name because he was sneaky enough to get the other band members to sign the rights over to him. Look, you can't have 2 versions of the same band using the same name, and even worse, you don't want a situation where a judge says that nobody can use the band name. So be sure to address the band name in your band contract, because make no mistake, a band name is a huge asset. Oh, and by the way, I'll be talking about band names in another segment, so stay tuned.
Number five, obligations.
Obligations deal with each member's responsibilities to the band, such as showing up to rehearsals on time, staying sober while on tour and playing on stage, and abiding by certain social media policies of what you can and cannot say. Obligations are usually tied to termination, which is what happens when a member fails to meet their obligations. In this particular case, be sure to have a cure provision in your agreement that gives the offending party the opportunity to cure the problem within 30 to 60 days. Otherwise, the band member could say they didn't know what they were supposed to do and that they were fired unfairly. This is exactly what happened with Steven Adler of Guns N' Roses when he was fired. He sued the band for $1 million because he said, "I didn't know I wasn't supposed to do so many drugs."
Number six, quitting.
Quitting deals with the members' rights to leave the band. Hey, if somebody is unhappy, they should have the rights to leave the band, but not at a time when it's going to cause the group financial mishap. In one particular situation I was in, the guitar player threatened to leave in the middle of the tour to move back to New York, which would have caused the group complete financial mishap and left us stuck in the middle of the United States. But because he felt threatened that we were going to sue him for the damages, he continued the tour. This is exactly why you want to define quitting in a band partnership contract.
Number 7, post-band revenue.
While on the topic of quitting, let's talk about post-band revenue, which is the money that a leaving band member will get when they're no longer in the group. Typically, a leaving band member will continue to earn revenue on the records that he or she was part of during their band membership. However, when it comes to music publishing, if the person was truly a non-writing member, then that revenue would discontinue when they're no longer in the band. Said another way, if the bass player truly did not write anything and they were getting thrown a share of the music publishing revenue just to make them feel more part of the band, then that revenue would likely discontinue when they were no longer in the group. It is for these complex reasons that it is so important to put together a band membership contract. Be sure to write one today.
Number 8, indemnifications.
Band partnership may be liable for the misconduct of the other band members while doing business. Said another way, if one band member fucks up, the entire band could end up getting sued. If you don't think this could happen to you, my ex-guitar player one time was in a really shitty mood and had his foot up on the monitor where a fan started untying his shoelace. Well, he kicked that fan and messed up the guy's teeth, and that person wanted to sue the entire band. Well, an indemnification clause would simply say that if the band gets sued, then the band can turn around and sue that offending member. You see? And you thought that being in a band was just a whole lot of fun. This is why a band membership contract is so important.
Number 9, resolution.
While on the topic of what can go wrong in a band, lawsuits and all this other bullshit, it's important to discuss what a band will do to resolve its problems, either by mediation or arbitration. Mediation is where a professional mediator will come in and try to negotiate a resolution to a problem. Arbitration is where a professional arbitrator will come in and decide on a resolution for a problem. Either way, both are far less inexpensive than going to court. So in your band contract, make sure that you decide how you're going to resolve problems by either mediation or arbitration.
Number 10, agreement term.
Term of the agreement simply deals with the amount of time that a band membership is going to be in effect. Is it going to be 1 year, 2 years, or 3 years? Typically, in some of the bands I've been in, I've done it for 3 years.
Number 11, amendment.
Amendment deals with the amendment of the agreement. What vote will it take to change the contract? Typically, this is a unanimous vote.
Number 12, signature and date.
Signature and date simply deals with each band member signing the band membership agreement and dating it. It's pretty simple. But just remember, kiddies, never sign anything you don't understand. So that's it, brothers and sister band members and everybody else in between. Hey, please be sure to leave your comments about band partnership agreements below. And wait, remember, I'm not selling anything. This is not a marketing company. I don't have any courses. So please be sure to at least like the video, subscribe, and hit the notification bell because it helps the channel. And remember, please be sure to check out these videos that can help turn your art into a more successful business. Peace. Thanks for watching.